Oh, hi folks, I'm Mark. Welcome back to the channel. It's all about racing. In this episode, we're going to look at two Corvettes, the number 3 Cor and the number 4 Cor, that presented at the 24 Hours of Daytona in the year 2020. Now folks, bear in mind, this was the first year with the mid-engine Corvette. The 5th generation, the 6th generation, and the 7th generation had been all front engines. However, the C8 presented with a mid-engine. And they also did something else that was very unique that they had never done before. And that was to alter the color of the number 4 car. Now, if you remember, the C5, the C6, the C7 has always been yellow, both the 3 and the number 4 car. However, in 2020, they changed all that. Now, the number 3 car, the one in yellow, presented with gray stripes that ran from the nose all the way to the tail, gray side rails, and gray accents in the nose. The number 4 car was completely gray, not yellow as it had been in the past, but it did retain some yellow accents in the shape similar to that of the number 3 car, with yellow running from the nose to the tail, yellow side rails, and yellow accents in the nose of the car. Now, Mini GT, like their parent company TSM, does a rather good job of depicting both of these cars accurately the way that they were back in 2020. From the livery to the shape, the casting, and everything else. Mini GT, however, do lack some significant features that some of their competitors, such as Tarmac Works, have. That in being carbon fiber trim, lettering on the tires, tow hooks, and aerials. And they also did one other thing that still baffles me to this day, and that is the color of the silver car, which is actually a gray color, not silver. Now, folks, I happen to own both of these cars on 4043 scale by TSM, which is the parent company of Mini GT, and they got the colors right. And if you've seen my previous video that I did just prior to this one, I reviewed both of those cars together as I had finally gotten both of them. Now, I've had these for quite some time. However, I did not have the 143 scale. But this should be silver and not the gray that you see here. And if you can live with that imperfection, it's okay. I mean, they otherwise have done a really nice job. These cars are relatively inexpensive, selling generally for $10. They're good depictions. They come with nice storage boxes. And I think they do a fairly good job. Now look at the rear. I think they have done a fine job in depicting that as well. I particularly like the yellow accents on the silver car and the silver on the yellow car. Notice that the tail pipes are also copper in color, so that they do, I guess, everything is so black on the back of it, you really need to recognize it, particularly at this small scale, and I think that's probably why they did that, even though that's not particularly accurate. But nevertheless, I think they've done a rather fine job. I think the livery is really neat. I absolutely love it. And you can see that, how the design starts in the nose and works all the way back to the rear. I particularly love the Corvette logo that starts near the windshield of the car, droops back, kind of the way the stripe does. Very, very clever. Very, very nicely done. Now, both cars are sold in blister packs, and they do come with nice storage boxes that you can see here. However, they lack bases, and they do lack acrylic jewel covers, which means to display them, you have to put them in a case or put them on your desk or whatever you want. They do roll, which is nice if you like that particular aspect. Now, both of these cars, despite the fact that the box says are limited edition cars, are still widely available on eBay, and you get them for about 10 to 15 bucks. They're good cars. If you want to complete your collection, you've got to have these two unique Corvettes in it. And with that, I bid you well. Take care. See you next time.